I love ice cream. I really do. Like ice cream is like a fantastic invention.
Hey, hey, you ever wonder what Amani would look like if she wasn't into all that hard ass goth shit? Got pretty much everything in here. Alright, let's talk. Yup, gotta load up before you head out.
No,
You guys open.
no,
The tech-heavy Nasdaq marking its biggest single-day decline since September 2022. Investors are rattled over the impact of President Donald Trump's tariffs, and now his refusal to rule out a recession is only heightening fears. CNN's Mark Stewart is following developments, joins us now live from Beijing. Good to see you, Mark. So, any improvements since the markets opened in your part of the world?
Rosemary, it's been a rough day for traders in the United States and now here in Asia. Since this morning, markets have been in the red. We have seen declines across the board. A bit of an improvement from what we saw earlier, but still, as you can see here, markets are in the red. Some improvement. The Nikkei not down as nearly as it was first thing this morning. Obviously, the words of President Trump have some weight in all of this, but so too is the response from corporate America. For example, Delta Airlines, which is based where you are in Atlanta, it has now slashed its earnings forecast for the year ahead to 50% of what it was hoping. It's cut it in half because of concerns of economic uncertainty. This is a company that flies all over the world, to Asia, to Europe, and of course in the United States. When it starts to express concern, others take notice. Later today in the United States, a number of big companies, both regional and pharmaceutical, are going to release their earnings. This is significant not only because we're going to consider how they're doing, but often in these earnings calls, executives from the company will present an outlook for the future. If the outlook from other companies is as shaky as it has been from Delta, that could cause another day of anxiety on Wall Street as well as markets around the world, and perhaps we could see some losses. We should get a better idea, though, later in the day once these earnings calls take place. Finally, it's not just the U.S. that is dealing with economic uncertainty. Let's look at where I am here in China. In February, the prices of everyday products dipped. Instead of inflation, where prices go higher, we're seeing an economic phenomenon known as inflation, where things get cheaper. On the surface, that seems like a good thing, but it prevents people from spending because consumers perhaps get into this mindset that prices will get even lower, so they'll hold off on making purchases. This becomes a problem because when people start stopping, when they don't spend money as much as they did in the past, perhaps holding off, that too contributes to an economic slowdown. So, Rosemary, so often we talk about the need for economic stability around the world. Right now,
So
there
Ron
are
Thomas
just
was last seen moving some steroids through the city in a convoy. His MO is using these signal jammers all over the city that make it impossible to track his location. So I'm thinking we start with those. We could definitely use the element of surprise in this fight. Let's take out the jammers so we can ambush this guy. Here's the lowdown on Rock Thompson. He's a big ex-boxer that got kicked out of the pros. Once he started juicing so hard, he tore a referee's arm off. After that, he switched to selling knockoff steroids to every bodybuilder in LS. His last batch killed half the front line of pounders. All the cops are too terrified to go near him. Then, that's where we come in.
Have been focused on security guarantees. Top American diplomat says he wants to know what concessions Ukraine
You get the
will be
coordinates I
willing
just
to
sent
make
you?
after the
Some shady
recall
shit going on
key
down there.
in determining
Weapons trading,
the
stuff like that. I guarantee they got something big enough to stop a convoy.
President Zelensky and Secretary of State Marco Rubio walked over to Vienna Monday evening. They celebrated what's happening in France and Vienna, but the main focus here in Jeddah is going to be that Tuesday meeting between the U.S. and Ukrainian delegations, which President Zelensky is not expected to attend. Now, of course, we can imagine shouting between President Zelensky, President Trump, and the Vice President. Since then, American and Ukrainian officials have been trying to patch things up and get the relationship back on track. On Rubio's way into Jeddah, he told reporters on his plane that he is hopeful that Tuesday's meeting will go well. He said that he's going to be in listening mode, listening for concessions that they are going to make. As he put concessions that are the realm of the possible. They won't drill down into specifics, he said. They won't be, for example, pulling out the maps and drawing lines on different maps to show where territory could be given up or taken back. But this does also come at a time when the U.S. has put a freeze on, put a halt on that military and intelligence sharing assistance that is absolutely critical to Ukraine. Rubio saying that Tuesday's meeting will be key for jump-starting that again, for getting that tap turned back on for the Ukrainians. So Tuesday's meeting is essentially step 2 in a longer process to try to get Ukraine and Russia to the same table. The first step was 3 weeks ago in Riyadh, also here in Saudi Arabia, when Rubio and other Americans sat down with the Russians. The U.S. now trying to identify the concessions, the ideas, the positions of each side, with the eventual goal of trying to get the Russians and the Ukrainians to the same negotiating table. Alex Marco, CNN in Jeddah.
To Los Angeles now, and Robert English is the Director of Central European Studies at the University of Suffolk. We're just hours away from the US and Ukraine sitting down in Saudi Arabia to try and negotiate an end to this war 2 weeks after Presidents Trump and Zelensky clashed in the Oval Office. Neither man will be present this time. So what are you expecting in high-stakes process?
Well, the first thing I'd say is that, well, Secretary of State Rubio claimed that the U.S. will be in listening mode. I think it's pretty clear that they are in insistent mode, meaning certain basic concessions just to get the framework set for working at a lot of things. I think that the U.S. is going to say, we don't approve that. We don't approve that. So these are not listening, these are insistent, and then they'll go from there. It's going to be very difficult for Ukraine's team.
Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio saying he wants to know what concessions Ukraine is willing to make, and that will determine if the pause in U.S. military aid and intel for Ukraine is lifted. But that pause allowed Russia to make gains on the battlefield, resulting in Ukraine losing one of its only territorial bargaining chips, Kursk. So what all is Ukraine expected to give up? What does it have left to give up?
You're right about the pressure, the cutoff of intelligence sharing, and the, of course, drying up of the pipeline of weapons. There aren't a lot more in the warehouses they can use. The rest has been frozen. So he's strong-arming the Ukrainians. They are in a desperate situation. And as I said, agreeing publicly to stop appealing for NATO membership or any other major security guarantees from the Americans will be a key concession. And agreement that they will not seek to recover in this first round of ceasefire a major portion of the territory they lost. That'll have to be something through elections and horse trading down the road. That's what the Americans want to see. And anything short of that could result in another blow-up and walkout, as we saw in Washington. I don't think it's going to happen that way. The Ukrainians, after the Washington blow-up, Zelensky, of course, went to London and met with European leaders who expressed a lot of rhetorical support. They promised more economic aid, but they don't have the military aid to replace the United States. And they told him privately, you need to make up with Trump, and you need to find some common ground with the Americans. And that's what's happening now.
It has to be said, though, doesn't it, that the wish list for the United States sounds awfully like the Russian wish list, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's been pointed out many times. The concession on no expansion of NATO was essentially agreed a long time ago. And to be fair, the Biden administration, too, and leading allies like the Germans and French didn't want the complications of Ukraine NATO membership anytime soon either. So that's probably a concession to Moscow, but also a concession to Paris and Berlin. As for the territorial situation, the Ukrainians simply haven't been able, with all of the military support they've been given, to advance. In fact, they've been retreating. So the Trump argument is, this is just realistic. We'll try to get you some of it back. And that's where it'll be interesting. And we don't know yet what horse trading will go on. But clearly, Ukraine is not going to get a lot back in the best of circumstances. So, yeah, this will be an agreement largely in Moscow's favor.
We'll see what comes out of it. Robert English, thank you so much for talking with us. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Coming up, the Trump administration hits a roadblock as it attempts to deport a legal U.S. resident over his anti-Gaza war activism. Plus, after nearly a month in hospital, a big breakthrough for Pope Francis and his battle with double pneumonia. Back with that and more in just a moment.
Are you sitting right now? It could be harming your health. Back pain, stress, and serious health risks can build up from sitting too long. But motion changes everything. Introducing Ready Rocker with its patented Rock Perfect design that supports your spine as it helps improve posture, relieve back pain, boost circulation, and release endorphins for your overall well-being, no matter where you are. Lightweight, portable, and covered in memory foam, Ready Rocker instantly transforms any chair or space into a healthier sitting experience.
Sitting too long isn't just uncomfortable, it's unhealthy. With Ready Rocker, we make sitting a healthier experience for people of all ages.
From soothing babies to helping with posture, back pain, and stress, we discovered that rocking can truly improve lives.
Sitting is the new smoking. Sedentary lifestyle, whether you're sitting at a desk or in a vehicle all day, is not good for the body to just stay in that same position. And that's why the Ready Rocker is so effective. The rocking motion constantly keeps you active and helps you ease pain, reduces stress. It actually releases endorphins in the brain. It's a mood booster.
I used to be in pain all the time, but with Ready Rocker, I felt relief, and I'm in a better mood. I take it everywhere.
I can literally feel the stress being taken off my joints while rocking.
My back stopped hurting, my arthritis felt better. It's just wonderful.
Now you can join the movement that's changing lives and helping thousands find relief. Call now or go online to get 35% off your purchase. We'll even ship it for free. Plus, you'll get this bonus canvas tote bag.
Ready Rocker is changing lives one rock at a time.
Now it's your turn to experience the relief for yourself.
Call 1-800-591-8973 or go to GetReadyRocker.com. That's 1-800-591-8973 or go to GetReadyRocker.com. Call now.
Price drop alert. Stay tuned to get this free cookware, this extra deep square pan set, and this 6-piece knife set free. Is your cookware scratched, ready for the trash? Other sets can cost up to $600. Introducing Gotham Steel Cream. Brand new ultra-modern cookware at our lowest price ever, direct from the factory. Every piece of this gorgeous set is ultra non-stick. Everything slips and slides in this pan. It's 2 times more non-stick than other pans. And the sticky melted candy pops out with ease. It's engineered with extremely strong titanium and tri-coated with ultra non-stick ceramic, so you can cook healthier without any oil and butter. Then a quick wipe and it's sparkling clean. No more hot spots or burning. Everything is cooked with precision. These pans come with vented glass lids and are oven safe up to 500 degrees. Plus they're dishwasher safe and PFOA free. Similar high-end sets can sell for more than $600. But call or go online now to own the Gotham Steel Cream set. Not for $600, not even for $300, but factory direct for just 5 payments of $39.99. Plus, order today during this show and drop 1 payment. So it's just 4 payments of $39.99. And it's so durable it comes with our exclusive 10-year warranty. You'll also get the free extra-large square pan set. It's the perfect blend of style and functionality. Plus, the large square shape fits an entire family meal. So get this free knife set. Slice, dice, and chop with precision using our premium-coated stainless steel blades. Together, they're a $100 value, yours free. That's an incredible Gotham Steel Feel Free 20-piece set, all for just 4 payments of $39.99. Plus, we'll ship the entire order to you free. Call or go online now.
Call 1-800-356-0681. That's 1-800-356-0681 or go to GothamCreamSet.com. So call 1-800-356-0681 or order online at GothamCreamSet.com.
Tracy is about to have her best day ever on the runway. If her strut turns into a stumble, her Pumpkin Pet insurance plan covers up to 90% of eligible vet bills. Get a plan like Gracie's at pumpkin.care.
I'm Rahal Solomon in New York, and this is CNN.
Protesters in New York are demanding the immediate release of Mahmoud Khalil, a Columbia University graduate and Palestinian activist who was arrested by U.S. immigration officials Saturday night. The legal U.S. resident is being targeted for deportation by the White House for his prominent role in anti-Gaza war protests at the university. But Khalil has not been charged with or accused of any crime. On Monday, a federal judge blocked the Trump administration from removing him from the U.S. and set a hearing for Wednesday. The U.S. president posted on social media, quote, "This is the first arrest of many." A cargo ship smashed into a U.S. military-chartered oil tanker off the northeast coast of England on Monday, causing a massive fire. The container ship contained sodium cyanide and alcohol, and the tanker was loaded with jet fuel. The British Coast Guard says the search for a missing crew member has ended, and the person has not been found. Authorities say 36 people were treated by ambulance services after reaching the shore. It's unclear whether the sodium cyanide has entered the water. For the first time since his hospitalization, doctors say Pope Francis' health is improving. A Vatican source says the pontiff is not considered to be in imminent danger from double pneumonia in his lungs. The 88-year-old pontiff has been hospitalized since February 14th. However, the source says the Pope's condition remains complex and he is not entirely out of danger. There's no timeline yet for his release from the hospital. Still to come, Greenland is holding a general election today, and despite Donald Trump's constant threats to annex the territory, one issue is top of mind for many voters.
Vi vil ikke være danskere. We don't want to be Dane.
Many of them are in rural areas. We go into those communities.
Damn.
You know the deal. That one's brand new. Just hit the market. That's, black market only. Mm-hmm. Congratulations. One step ahead of the high street. Guaranteed effective. Uh-huh. Smart. I'll keep these in stock for you. Yeah, that'll hurt. Guaranteed effective. Uh-huh. Smart. I'll keep these in stock for you. Yeah, that'll hurt. If I were you, I'd snap that up while the deal's on. That was only released a little while ago. Sold! Great. You didn't see me.
Classy. Challenge you to burp. You just missed a really gnarly one. What is going on? Burp the ABC. No, that I can't do. I can't do that. Not that talented. Can you? So no. No.
Got some cool stuff here for you. What can I get you? Always gotta have a mag of that. Hey, you ever wonder what Amani would look like if she wasn't into all that hard-ass goth shit? Got pretty much everything in here. Stay strapped.
Yes. Are you able to burp on command? I'm really not able to do that. I'm a lady first and foremost, so I don't do that. I don't I don't do all that bathroom humor. So yeah.
You want something? Ow! Make yourself at home.
Sure.
Nice to have a visitor. Make yourself at home. See ya.
The race book is open and the horses are running at the inside track. Stop by and play.
All right, big money, big money, big money, big money, big money. Big money. Oh well, I'll take it. Oh, he got 15. Good for him.
See you later. I just forgot all about my fiance.
Time to send in your bets. 10. Please, welcome. A 10? Would you like another card? 19. Do you want another card? 20.
Damn.
Win for the dealer. Hope to see you again. And now your bets.
Nice outfit. Are you a stripper?
An 8. 15. Ah, back for some more. Another card? That's 19. Would you like another card? 19. Your bets, please. All bets are closed. It's time to play. That's a 3. And that's 20. 5. We have 9. Do you want another card? Another card? A 15. Would you like another card? That's 17. Do you want another card? What is your move? There's a 13. Time to send in your bets. Okay, bets are closed. Let's begin. There's a 7. I see 16. We have 13. That's an 8. Another card? A 21. Would you like another card? Your move? And that's a bust. 18. And now your bets. All bets are closed. It's time to play. 10. 17. 20. A 10? Do you want another card? Too high. Another card? That's a 16. Your bets, please.
Please place your chips down. Okay, bets are closed. Let's begin. That's a 5. There's an 18. A 12. It's a 4. Would you like another card? $18. Do you want another card? What is your move? Bust. Another card? Your move? Over. A 6. Dealer wins. Time to send in your bets. All bets are closed. It's time to play. 10. There's an 18. That's a 12. A 10. Would you like another card? A 12. Do you want another card? What is your move? That's 17. Another card? Your move? And that's a bust. Would you like another card? What is your move? That's 19. Do you want another card? 15. I see 16. Win for the dealer. Maybe a short break will change your luck. Thank you for playing. I just forgot all about my
It's not just his tariffs, is it? President Trump and Elon Musk's aggressive cuts to federal jobs and services are causing panic as well across the country. What impact could these cuts have on the U.S. economy?
Well, presently, it's not terribly clear how much it's going to have. We're not seeing it in the weekly layoff data, for example, yet. But my biggest concerns for all the cuts is not so much the short-run disruptions, but the long-run decline in public services. The reason we have governments is because they provide things the private market will underprovide. So we won't get these innovations in science, the careful regulations to protect the American consumer.
Of course, most economists would agree. I'm sure some people push back on this, but the U.S. economy was actually the envy of the world not so long ago, certainly at the beginning of January. Now we're talking about a recession. So how big a threat do Trump's tariffs and massive cuts actually pose? And could a recession be averted if he changes course now or perhaps a few weeks from now?
Oh, absolutely. This is going to be a self-owned recession if it comes on the table. And it's really disappointing to see the president of the United States flirt with causing a recession. You know, 5 years ago in 2020, when we saw a massive recession coming, the administration put forward some of the most mainstream focused stimulus packages to prevent the suffering from a recession. So to see that suffering being presented now is quite troubling. Now, how big of a recession could we have? All this depends on how large of a tariff we're going to put on, how big of a disruption we're planning to do. We're already seeing disruptions happening, tariffs or not, simply by businesses not wanting to invest in new things with all this uncertainty.
And former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers, he was saying yesterday on CNN that Trump's recession threat is a self-inflicted wound with his tariffs and unpredictability. So what's the economic solution to all this, and what is a better way of applying tariffs? Is there a better way?
If you're going to have any change in public policy, it needs to be with foresight and gradual implementation. A plan. And is what is needed. There isn't a great way to put in these protectionist tariffs. Of course, there are concerns about geopolitical situations with the relationship with China, but those types of tariffs need to be narrow, such as the sanctions that have been applied on Russia. Broad, bold-faced tariffs like this won't work left or otherwise.
All right, we'll see what happens. We'll see whether he stays the course or looks for other options. Christopher Clark, many thanks for joining us. Appreciate your analysis.
Cheers.
Well, the controversial former president of the Philippines, Rodrigo Duterte, has been arrested by Interpol. The International Criminal Court had issued a warrant for his arrest for crimes against humanity. Before leaving office in 2022, he presided over a brutal crackdown on drugs that led to thousands of killings. Duterte was detained in Manila earlier after returning from a campaign rally in Hong Kong. And CNN's Mike Valerio is following this live from Seoul. He joins us now. So, Mike, what more are you learning about Duterte's arrest?
Rosemary, we're actually hearing from him in scenes that are equal parts compelling and equal parts bizarre. His daughter is actually streaming some of his comments on her Instagram page of what he said now that he's been detained on this warrant from the International Criminal Court. So let's listen to the clip. And in a nutshell, he's essentially asking reporters and law enforcement officers who are gathered around him, what law have I been detained under and under whose authority? Listen to what he said.
Due to me now, the legal basis for my being here, as I Apparently, I was brought here not of my own volition.
Okay, so he says not on his own volition was he brought here under arrest. We should note it's pretty rare that people are brought before the International Criminal Court on their own volition. So, Rosemary, here is the background. Rodrigo Duterte is accused of killing at least 6,000 people in a crusade against illegal drugs throughout the Philippines from roughly November 1st, 2011, until March 16th, 2019. That seems to be the scope of this investigation. And of course, this has galvanized a whole multitude of people within the Philippines as to how to deal with this crisis. Of course, it's all right to take a stand against illegal drugs. The problem here, what has been so outrageous, according to critics and a whole host of people, is that you need due process. You need to be arrested. You need to go through a trial, an investigation proceed, not being killed on the spot by vigilantes who have been accused of killing untold scores and hundreds and then reaching to the thousands of people in the name of ridding the Philippines of this problem. So we also have new reaction from the Human Rights Watch, sending CNN a statement. The arrest of former Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte is a critical step for accountability in the Philippines. Is facing crimes against humanity in relation to thousands of extrajudicial killings in his war on drugs. His arrest could bring victims and their families closer to justice and sends the clear message that no one is above the law. That seems to be echoing so many critics of Duterte who were hoping that this moment would come sooner. It hasn't because of the Philippines withdrawing from the International Criminal Court, but it seemed as though the current administration of President Marcos said that if an arrest warrant came down, the Philippines would cooperate. It remains to be seen, Rosemary, how an extradition would take place, bringing him from the Philippines to The Hague. So we are watching that in the hours to come, Rosemary.
Of course, Mike Valerio, many thanks, sir, for your line of update there.
Thanks, Rosemary.
Coming up, the Trump administration hits a roadblock as it attempts to deport a legal U.S. resident over his anti-Gaza war activism. Plus, Israeli police raid a well-known Palestinian-owned bookstore in Jerusalem. What that means for free speech in the country. We'll take
Are you sitting right now? It could be harming your health. Back pain, stress, and serious health risks can build up from sitting too long. But motion changes everything. Introducing Ready Rocker with its patented Rock Perfect design that supports your spine as it helps improve posture, relieve back pain, boost circulation, and release endorphins for your overall well-being, no matter where you are. Lightweight, portable, and covered in memory foam, Ready Rocker instantly transforms any chair or space into a healthier sitting experience.
Sitting too long isn't just uncomfortable, it's unhealthy. With Ready Rocker, we make sitting a healthier experience for people of all ages.
From soothing babies to helping with posture, back pain, and stress, we discovered that rocking can truly improve.
Sitting is the new smoking. A sedentary lifestyle, whether you're sitting at a desk or in a vehicle all day, is not good for the body to just stay in that same position. And that's why the Ready Rocker is so effective. The rocking motion constantly keeps you fit and helps you ease pain, reduces stress. It actually releases endorphins in the brain. It's a mood booster.
I used to be in pain all the time. But with Ready Rocker, I felt relief. And I'm in a better mood. I take it everywhere.
I can literally feel the stress being taken off my joints while rocking.
My back stopped hurting, my legs felt better. It's just wonderful. Now you can join the movement that's changing lives and helping thousands find relief. To get 35% off your purchase, we'll even ship it for free. Let's look at this bonus tote bag.
Ready Rocker is changing lives one rock at a time.
It's your turn to experience the relief for yourself.
Call 1-800-591-8973 or go to get That's 1-800-591-8973 or go to GetReadyRocker.com. Call now.
price drop alone. Stay tuned to get this Gotham Steel footwear set at our lowest price. Plus, get $100 in free footwear. This extra deep square pants set and this 6-piece night set free. Is your footwear ready for the trash? Other sets get cost up to $600. Introducing Gotham Steel Free. Brand new ultra modern footwear at the lowest price ever, direct from the factory. Every piece of this gorgeous set is ultra non-stick. Everything slips and slides in this band. It's much more non-stick than other bands. Even the sticky melted candy comes out with ease. It's engineered with extremely strong titanium and tri-coated with ultra non-stick ceramic. So you can cook healthier without any oil and butter. Then a good oil and it's sparkling clean. No more hot spots or burning. Everything is cooked with precision. These pans come with vented glass lids and are oven safe up to 500 degrees. Plus, they're dishwasher safe and BFOA free. Similar high-end sets can sell for $100. But come go online now to own the Gotham Steel Frame set. Not for $600, not even for $300. Factory direct for just 4 payments of $39.99. Plus, order today during this show and we'll drop one payment. So it's just 4 payments of $39.99. And it's so durable it comes with our exclusive 10-year warranty. You'll also get the free extra-large square pants set. It's the perfect blend of style and functionality. Plus, the large square shape fits an entire family meal. Also get this free knife set. Slice, dice, and chop with precision using our premium coated stainless steel blades. Together, they're a $100 value, yours free. That's an incredible Gotham Steel Free 20-piece set. All for just 4 payments of $39.99. Plus, we'll
3560681. That's 1-800-3560681 or go to GothamCreamSet.com. So call 1-800-3560681 or order online at GothamCreamSet.com.
There are amazing things that are happening all over the world, things that can make our lives better. That's the goal of my podcast. Try and find the secrets to a longer and happier and healthier life, and then we bring those secrets to you. Listen to Chasing Life wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Will Ripley in Taipei, Taiwan, and this is CNN.
Protesters in New York are demanding the immediate release of Mahmoud Khalil, a recent Columbia University graduate and Palestinian activist who was arrested by U.S. immigration officials on Saturday night. The legal U.S. resident is being targeted for deportation by the White House for his prominent role in anti-Gaza war protests at the university. But Khalil has not been charged with or accused of any crime. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security claims that Khalil, quote, led activities aligned to Hamas, but offered no evidence to back those allegations. On Monday, a federal judge blocked the Trump administration from removing him from the U.S. and set a hearing for Wednesday. Civil rights groups and Columbia University faculty are condemning the crackdown on free speech and immigration rights.
Students like Mr. Khalil flock to the United States from every corner of the globe in large part because of our reputation as a beacon of liberty. Here, the world thinks someone cannot be summarily arrested and imprisoned merely for expressing an opinion or advocating a political cause. The case of Mahmoud Khalil has dealt a severe blow to that trust placed in us by the world.
Rescinding visas, canceling green cards, and intimidating students and staff have become the tool of choice for stifling free speech and undermining the First Amendment. Columbia University includes Christians, Muslims, Jews, Hindus, Sikhs, and atheists, and none of us will be safe unless we're all safe.
Critics say the Israeli government is conducting its own crackdown on free speech. They point to a recent police raid on a bookstore and the store owner's detention as proof that the government is becoming increasingly intolerant of pro-Palestinian voices in Israel. CNN's Nick Robertson shows us what happened.
In East Jerusalem, undercover cops fought the shelves of an internationally renowned bookstore. Owner Mahmoud Muna looks on in disbelief, watching, he believes, the erosion of his and his customers' intellectual freedoms.
Any book that had the word Palestine, had a flag, had colors, had any
expression of a national or political identity of the Palestinians, became possibly a suspect book.
Luna, under house arrest when we met, was still struggling to understand why he had been targeted.
I printed a comic, I create space, and I put in it books that create conversations.
The police carried away bags of his books, returned most of them, and ultimately focused on a child's colouring book, which Luna says was in a back room, not for sale, titled From the River to the Sea, words many Israelis interpret as a threat to the Jewish state. Luna and his nephew were taken into custody, held almost 48 hours.
There's a devastating feeling that in this place, within 30 minutes, you could be running one of the most international bookshops of the city. And within 30 minutes, you are in a dungeon underground in a detention center.
Lawyers, international diplomats and Israeli friends rallied to his side in the courts. A petition was signed by some of Israel's leading writers and poets. Police arrested him for, quote, selling books containing incitement and support for terrorism. The charges later downgraded, Luna says, to the catch-all disrupting public order. That Palestinians should feel mistreated by Israeli police is not new. But Luna's cultural standing has some on Israel's left worried that since the massive October 7th attacks, Israeli freedoms are increasingly under attack too.
And what happened in the bookstore, the detention bookshop, would be a red light, a very strong red light for all of them.
Respected journalist Gideon Levy, once a go-to voice on the Israeli left, is slowly disappearing from the national conversation. No longer invited, he says, for Israeli TV interviews.
In Israel, there is a government which is using anti-democratic means, not to say fascist means, against freedom of thought, freedom of speech, any kind of freedom, and they do it surprise when they say that this is the only democracy in the Middle East. This joke, I think, nobody takes it seriously anymore.
The list of Israelis getting beat up is growing. Knesset member Ofer Kassim is a case in point. Knesset members voted to expel him last year when he said Israel may be committing genocide in Gaza.
Very fact that members of parliament can impeach another member of parliament, that's anti-democratic because that's a clear case of tyranny of the majority.
Narrowly avoided the expulsion, but even now is banned from the chamber, aside from voting.
There is an ongoing, profound, systematic political persecution of anyone who raises an alternative voice to the government.
Freedom of speech is at stake.
Freedom of speech doesn't exist. It's not even at stake anymore. It doesn't exist.
Israeli government officials reject Kassim's characterization.
Will maintain freedom of speech under the rule of law, so any measures which are taken are always taken within the framework of Israeli law with all the appropriate checks and balances of our democracy.
Levy, whose own newspaper, Haaretz, lost government funding last year over objections to their critical coverage of Israel's actions in Gaza, worries he too will be shut down.
This government has an agenda, and this agenda is to try as much as they can to shut mouths and to close any criticism.
Luna and his nephew's stores are open again. A group of visiting British MPs among the latest customers.
It's a very, very good deal to come here and see you open.
The stakes of successful trade, Luna says, are higher than ever.
You are creating a whole generation that their ability to think will not be beyond that framework that has been set by the government. This is very dangerous, very, very dangerous.
Luna says he's never received a list of banned books, and the Israeli government pushes back against accusations of cracking down on free speech. But the raid on this store has raised awareness that this government is different to previous, and that may come at a cost. Nick Robertson, CNN,
Jerusalem.
Turning now to Syria. A cause for celebration following some of the worst violence seen in the country in years. Syria's interim president, Ahmad al-Sharaa, says he's reached a deal with the Syrian Democratic Forces to integrate them into the country's new state institutions. The Kurdish-led group, which controls much of Syria's oil-rich northeast, is backed by the United States. This comes amid Syria's worst violence since former President Bashar al-Assad was ousted last year. Fighting broke out between the new interim government and Assad loyalists. A UK-based monitoring group, the Syrian Network for Human Rights, reports hundreds have been killed, including civilians. A fiery collision in the North Sea. Two large vessels crashed, one loaded with jet fuel, the other carrying a highly toxic chemical. We'll have details on the other side of the break. So
Messes happen every day in every way, but who wants to drag out that bulky vacuum? Hey folks, Joe Fowler here with my favorite cleaning partner, the Duck. A super compact vac with ultra powerful suction. It's the small but mighty Duck, making it quick and easy to clean up any mess. Just duck it up. The compact design can reach the tightest places. It's small. But look at this. It even fits inside my pocket. So store it in any drawer where it's always at your fingertips. Plus, it dumps out with ease, so it's ready to clean again.
I used to have to drag out this huge thing they call a portable vacuum cleaner. Now I keep the Duck in my kitchen drawer and I clean up messes in 2 seconds.
The turbocharged motor is engineered to create a powerful vortex of suction, while the HEPA filter helps remove dust and allergens. Let's prove the power of the Duck. I attach it to the hose. It's going to pull the water right up through the tube. Clean up that mess in the kitchen, the spill on the sofa, even the sawdust and screws in the workshop. Plus, it's rechargeable. Got messy pets? Duck powerfully picks up pet hair from anywhere. You can even tarmac, clean seats, the floor, and deep into those hard-to-reach places. I promise the Duck will change the way you clean.
Get the Horsepower Duck handbag for just $39.99. Order right now and we'll upgrade you to the Duck Pro package. A $30 value, yours free. You get the bendable tube to get under appliances, the crevice nozzle to reach into those cracks and crevices, and the brush nozzle to vacuum with no scratches. You'll get the Duck with all the deluxe attachments, but supplies are limited, so there's a strict limit of 3 per order. This may be your last chance to get yours at this low, low price. So don't delay. Duck it up today.
Call 1-800-908-1581 or visit duckback.com. So call 1-800-908-1581 or visit duckback.com. Order now.
Ritz chocolate cake.
You're gonna get sick. You need pumpkin.
I love pumpkin.
It's not food, it's pet insurance. So when you get hurt or sick and you need expensive medicine or surgery,
Pet insurance from Pumpkin can help.
go to pumpkin.care.
I'm Max Foster in London, and this is CNN.
Did you know modern-day slavery still affects up to 50 million people worldwide, including 12 million children? It's up to us, who are free, to stand against it. On this global day of action, join CNN to help recognize our freedom to learn. Find out how we can help others. Be free to learn, educate, and share. Participate at cnn.com/myfreedom. Today on CNN.
What excites me the most is being able to do what I love and being able to inspire others.
Zimbabweans, Mozambicans, people from Swaziland, people from Tanzania. If you want to build a brand, I think this is the place to be.
For me, showing around the continent has also made me very passionate about what we do.
Africa Avant-Garde, Saturday on CNN.
My wife was American. I want to go after Sarah's killers.
Put it on my chest. Do it now. You might be the smartest person in the CIA. But you're just not a killer. You're the things. Good enough. The device that's been decompressing you last minute. Throw the gun to my wife's head. You're the wrong person. Exactly the right person.
Okay, guys. Everybody start sometime.
One sec, just gotta hymns real quick. Hymns? Yep, hymns. Hymns for ED.
Hey,
Always
we're here.
Hymns are right now. So simple, so easy. Weight loss by hymns, boys. You gotta get on it, son.
For care that's doctor trusted, convenient, and personalized. Get started today at hims.com.
This is CNN. More people get their news from CNN than any other news source.
Welcome back to CNN Newsroom. I'm Rosemary Church. I want to check today's top stories for you. Delegations from the U.S. and Ukraine are getting ready to hold talks in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, aimed at resolving the war with Russia. Secretary of State Marco Rubio